Welcome to the Patriots Podcast, a feature of the Media and Communications Department for the Department of Minnesota American Legion. Folks, a lot of times on the news you see things such as, hey, this is a news alert. This is, something, they grab your attention. And many times we find out that, by golly, it's really not what we think it's going to be. But I'm telling you right now, the Patriots Podcast will not alert anybody if it isn't something very, very important. There's some bad actors out there. Bad actors that want to steal from our veterans. And I guess many of us would say we're just pissed off. This is not right. And this has just come to light. There was an article by a good friend of ours, Christy Janico, and Ray Kane, who is with us today, and I'll introduce him in a moment, about these bad actors. And we want to get the word out. So I'm going to tell you right now that when you're done watching this or listening to it, you need to send it to all your friends. You need to send it to all the veterans you know. You need to send it to their families because they need to know about what's happening currently. With that, we have our American Legion Department Service Officer, Ray Kane, a very, very good friend of mine. We go back a ways. We've had some fun. We continue to do so. But Ray, this is unbelievable.
This is getting out of control. We're seeing more and more of the claim sharks and people that are representing veterans in the state of Minnesota than we ever have before. And once again, I want to make sure that we all know what a claim shark is. A claim shark is unaccredited companies that are assisting or consulting veterans with VA claims and filing illegally. That's the big thing we want to know, is that these individuals are not accredited. That's what we want to go after. Is when we get accredited, we have to go through a process through the VA's office. These companies are not accredited through the VA Office of General Counsel, and they're giving legal assistance or claims assistance when they have no idea what's going on. And the biggest thing is we have to uphold, when we're accredited, we go through training, confidentiality, how to hold the records, how to deal with records, how to look for things, and they are charging, just what I've seen right now with the 5 that I have on my desk, $1,000 to start your claim.
Wow.
$400 to $600 just to get a nexus letter from a doctor that has never seen you. And they're just going after 25 to 30 items for your claim and trying to say, well, we give you 30 items on your claim, you're going to get one. That's not how that works. They need to sit in front of a claims representative, an American Legion representative, a county veteran service officer, or, we talk about lawyers. If they're accredited, they can't charge for your initial claim. And that's the one thing we got to understand. And then when all says and done, if they get a percentage increase, that veteran's required to pay the difference from your initial claim to what you got came back as. So if you're at 60% and now you're at 80%, the difference of maybe $500-600, you have to pay that for 5 months.
Really?
Yep, 5 months. So we're talking 10% to maybe 100%. We're talking $1,000, $2,000. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars for the same thing. If you're going to get your claim and you're going to get a percentage, you would have got that through your county veteran service officer for free. You would have got that through the American Legion for your service for free. We never charge anybody for their claims, and we're the experts.
Right. So let's talk a little bit more. How do these scammers? How did they do it? How did they get in contact with the veteran?
Well, the biggest thing is the one that we're dealing with now is a part of your contract is you've got to get another veteran signed up. So not only do you have to pay $1,000, the nexus letter, you have to pay 5 months of the difference, and you've got to get one of your friends to sign up for you too. And they are hating social media like mad because they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars on our veterans. So they're pushing that social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and they're just not taking care of our veterans.
So, in your article that you and Christy wrote, you said thieves are working aggressively to steal from veterans, veteran service organizations, veterans nonprofits, and government agencies that work with veterans. And you make a comment that, 1 out of 100 attempts is worth their efforts to keep going. So there's big money in this as far as they see.
Yeah, especially in the state of Minnesota right now. Me and Christy have been dealing with some organizations that are going to veterans. They are sending requests to other veteran organizations on our behalf, requesting money, gift cards.
Let me stop you right here. How do we know it's not coming from you?
We will never send a request over a telephone or a text message. We will send an email. And the one thing is, you've got to check your email. It might say a name on there, but if you hit that email, it's not our email. And you've got to verify the email. Our contact information and our phone numbers are all on our website. So verify, verify, verify. And that's the key factor there. We're never going to randomly send a text message, hey, would you like to donate $200 to a veteran? We will make that call. We will make that call and talk to the commander and go through the process, the correct process. We will never randomly text one of your members, one of your commanders, or anything like that asking for money.
Okay. So when you talk about an email, and I know there's some really interesting emails, if you look up there and click on From button, does this show the whole email address?
Yep. And that's something that you have to do with all your emails, right? Today's day and world is there's always constantly getting scammed. So always check your email. You do it when you AOL calls or Hulu or any of that stuff asking you for money, Norton's antivirus. So why not check when you're getting a request for one of us? We're not, like I said, we'll never, ever send you a text message and asking you for money. We'll always call the right channels. We'll go through the district commander and the right process.
So my understanding is, too, that some of these scammers are actually calling on the phone?
They are. So we have a case that we work with the VA in Minneapolis, is that they actually started calling different departments in the VA hospital to gain access and understand of what the processes are so they can talk more effectively about and to veterans, which is, they're actively seeking out information about how we do things, and it's just getting out of control, where we actually have a federal case against them right now through the Minneapolis VA and Roseville and a couple other police departments. And we've had a meeting with the AG's office. The assistant AG is working on this, and we're providing information to her to make sure that she actually looks up this and pursues these bad actors or claim sharks right now.
Wow.
And you know what? My veterans are falling for it. I've got 5 on my desk, and I look at it and I go, when you look at the claim, it's not complete. There's so many missing elements out of that claim. But if you understand the process, your county veteran service officers, they work in the state of Minnesota. Your DSO, your ADSO, we work in the state of Minnesota. Minnesota Veterans Affairs, they are here in Minnesota. They know about SSAP. They know about the American Legion grant. They know about the county laws. If you get a certain percentage, your tax deduction on your housing, they know all that stuff for you. They are the experts in the claims and in the process of the state of Minnesota. Why would you want somebody in California, Florida, and not knowing what benefits you're getting? It's ridiculous.
So it's as easy as just looking up your county veteran service officer.
Yep, it's findmycvso.org, and you can just drop down the box, tells you what county you're in, and it gives you the phone number, and it gives you all your veteran service representatives underneath that CVSO right there. Minnesota Department of Veterans Affairs, they've got a website. You just go down the website, hit claims. There's so much information. And the American Legion, so mnlegion.org, Veteran Services, you click there, and my information is there. So is Janet Lorenzo, the Assistant Department Service Officer. Her information is there. You can contact us, the committee, the VNR, Gary Davenport. So Gary Lee's information is right there on the website. So if you have any questions or concerns or anything, you can contact us. We will navigate that for you. We will find you the resources and make it happen in the state of Minnesota.
So
The guy in California and Florida cannot do that for you.
So let me ask you this: if I'm not tech savvy, but somebody tells me about this, couldn't I just pick up the phone and call my county courthouse and they would help direct me to the right location?
They could do that too, but the easiest part, any county website you go to will have your Veterans County Service Officer listed on there. It's that easy. There's so many different resources that you are going to be able to find what you need out of there.
Any final words of wisdom on this Patriots podcast alert for our veterans?
The biggest thing is, you know what? Don't pay for your claim. You've already paid for it. You paid for it by your service to our country. And our county veteran service officers, our American Legion representatives are out there and they have the knowledge. They've got the training through the American Legion. Bergman and Moore, our firm, believes in some really amazing training. And our county veteran service officers, they get some amazing training. Our claims office gets amazing training. The biggest difference between us and the claim shark is we're free. And we do it right. And we're here for you. And we'll make it happen. Versus you're going through a claim shark, who knows what you're going to get and how long it's going to take. So give us a call, find the resources, and we'll make it happen for you.
All right. We've been speaking with our Minnesota American Legion Department Veteran Service Officer, Ray Kane. And Ray, I want to thank you for your time and for what you and Christy have done to alert our veterans on this issue. We will get this out. And let's keep our fingers crossed that we can stop what's going on against our veterans.
We hope so. That's what we do.
All right. Thank you very much. You've been listening to a very special Patriots podcast, an alert podcast, keeping you informed about these scammers out and about trying to take from our honorable veterans. I'm Mike Parry, your co-host, and my co-host, Christy, couldn't be with us today. She'll be back in our next one. Until then, be the one.